Unibet, for example, Gavin, make the Lions 8-point favourites to win the first test. That's going to irritate the Australians.
Well, it is, and actually there's a lot of former players like myself that really believe that unless the Lions win the first test, then it's going to be very, very hard. I think what will be in their favour going into that first test is the fact that they'll have had 6 matches leading in, and I think Robbie Deans, the Australian coach, will have taken a lot of the Australian players out, and they'll just be in training camps and leading in, so they might be a wee bit undercooked. But it's not going to be easy, and I think that, as we've seen, the 2 previous tours to Australia, whoever's lost the first test has gone on and won the second test as well as the third test. I think this time round it's going to be different, and whoever wins the first test, in a 3-test series, it's really tough to come back and then win the next 2. So I'm confidently predicting, and I'll back Unibet. You know, I'll take the Lions to win. I don't care if it's 8 points, quite frankly, or 1 point, as long as the Lions win the first test and then the third test. We want to make it, you know, give them a chance, right? And then we'll go down to the third test, and then we'll win that one as well. And I can go celebrating with Beefy because he's going to be there.
Yeah, you're a great rugby fan. Have you got the same feeling about the importance of the first test?
Yeah, the wife actually heard me on commentary when I mentioned I was going down to Sydney for the test.
I hadn't told her that.
And broached that position and slipped out on commentary, and I was nailed about 4 minutes later on the phone. But yeah, I'll be down there, 100%. Yeah, going down. See the last test. I'm going down to do a little bit of Aussie baiting anyway, leading up to the Ashes, which I'm quite looking forward to as well. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to go along to the final test, and it'd be very nice if it is wrapped up by then, but I could see it being a deciding game.
Yeah, yeah. And that first test, a huge physical encounter you would anticipate?
Just massive, really. And you know, there's going to be so much an expectation and anticipation. We're playing at the Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane, a wonderful stadium. It's probably the best rugby viewing stadium in the whole of Australia. Very compact. It's a bit like the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, and so the atmosphere will be absolutely huge. But if it can be repeated like 12 years ago when the Lions had the vast majority of supporters, but again, you know, you're dealing with Australians here, and they'll try everything in the book. They'll be handing out free Aussie scarves and hats for all the Australian supporters. They'll be saying, wear the yellow, but the red of the colour of the Lions jersey, I think, is a very strong, a very dominant colour, and you know, obviously it stands out in the cameras and also for the players as well. So I just cannot wait. I hope you sense the excitement, and it's going to be an amazing 3-test series, that's for sure.